one of the clones' family members I was dating. See, it's like everything here. But one of the clones' family members I was dating. Now, this is how intricate they are on their Wi-Fi. Is real. Living Beings with Soul Network. Fucking. They were trying to get me to stop listening to Cookie Monster music. Like I just figured out that's the point of it. But like, unfortunately for the retard family, I couldn't hear their shitty ass Americunt fucking lyrics or global lyrics, whatever. That's all the same fucking hatred and shit. Either bow down and be a homosexual for them, or go over there and openly be a homosexual for them, fucking, and be. That's the same shit, fucking. It's all the same fucking people saying, same clones trying to convince you they is real, and they living beings with souls and shit. Fucking, and that's the point of one of their extended family members talking to me about not listening to music where you can't understand the lyrics. But I wasn't allowed to understand lyrics for 40 years because there would be absolutely nothing to bait me into earth if the music was as shitty as the fucking lyrics sound and shit, and I fucking heard that stuff. But, yeah, fucking, so, and I did hear some of it, but, yeah, interesting to note that that's how far it goes. You know, not only is your mother involved and everyone else below that, everyone else an inch or a million miles away from that, apparently fucking, but when the clones come, and I know that person's a clone because their clone appeared across the street and then they appeared again a week later and shit, as much as I don't want to ever see or think of them again, and try to get away from them when I was around them, fucking, and wanted something else my entire life, fucking, yeah, that's how these pussies work and shit. They use this music to fucking brainwash you, like the books and shit. They're trying to tell you to worship them and their race. And, oh, it's not a race, it's a bloodline. I'm not a retard. I'm not a robot. I'm a retard. I'm not a fucking toaster running on some piss poor software. I'm retarded. I'm a real person. Fucking. Anyways, so yeah, little bitches, fucking. Man, that extends real fucking far and shit. Man. As far as I'm concerned, anyone who looks like those people, talks about any of their system, is the fucking mortal fucking enemy of me. And I've said that 100 million times now. What happened still and shit. I'm fucking surrounded by Americans and fuck that. It's like, does it sound like I'm gonna be your boyfriend someday? It never sounded that way to me. They tried really, really hard. I mean, you don't imagine. Can you imagine how many of these people have, like, specifically came to try to make me their husband, men and shit, right? Or they're women working towards that, too. Fucking. Starting with my mom and shit. Being involved in that in the church and shit. Like, see, the reality here is we know every word they say is a lie. Because they start with this flying reindeer shit. And you wouldn't even touch someone like that. You're not going to have sex with them. You're definitely not going to have a child because you're a piece of shit. And your child might not be as stupid as you and is going to figure out that you're a piece of shit. A manipulative fucking cunt. No one who has nothing of value to say and has to make up fucking dumb shit to try to manipulate people into washing your feet while you eat potato chips and watch TV and shit. Fucking. People act like they don't act like it, they know. That's why they create their systems, because they know a 6-year-old can see through their fucking lies and shit. That's why they gotta create schools and governments and religions and drugs and shit like that. And And these fake relationships and these fake robot clones claiming to be living people. That's why the whole system exists. It's all based upon lies. It is real. That right there just blows everything out the fucking water once you see the clones and shit. Fucking, yeah. Everything. Their parents ain't real, cause their parents didn't have them and shit. Fucking the people claiming they've been existed ain't fucking real, cause they didn't exist. Fucking, they sit there, they use their dialogue to drain your life. They're like, I'm working so hard. It's like, you didn't even exist last week. What are you talking about? You work. Your parents didn't even work by smoking crack and fucking each other in the 7-Eleven bathroom to have you. Yeah, that's how little work your parents did. Fuck. Anyways, yeah, hey, that's how deep it is. Like, they got their fucking 24/7 bullshit and their low class, low talent, toaster level fucking Hollywood plus music. I noticed they haven't evolved at all. I was born and they got this fake backstory of Earth where music evolved every 10 years and it never did. And now they're like putting it out because I'm talking about it. But it's still shitty. Like, see, the thing is robots don't have ears, so they can't hear how shitty their fucking music sounds. And that's why people listen to that shit, because they ain't real. That explains, 2020 explained everything in a millisecond. It's like, oh, that's why all this shitty music exists. They don't have fucking ears. Fucking, that's why they're so fucking stupid and fucking look at such shitty art, because they don't have fucking eyes. They can't see how shitty their art is. They can't hear how shitty their music is. Fucking. But, you know, obviously there's only one thing. We're trapped here. We've been forced to be here for 40 years amongst all this lies and bullshit. Against our will, against our wishes, against our wants. And that's the only thing that even leads credence to some of these words about there's a different place you're going to go after here if you don't worship the trash creating this trash. Because I say, hang that motherfucker on a cross and shit. I'd be the first person leading the charge there. Fucking. That fucker shows up on the planet. And I will go hang Odin on a fucking tree and shit. Fucking. But, you know, I doubt it's a computer you can see. I'm pretty sure they're inside the computer, and the computer is just a bitch-ass computer, and we'll destroy it and whoever's controlling it afterwards. But you gotta realize, like, once you get out of this fake place, like, there's some pedo-homosexual rapists who are probably, you know, shitting their pants right now, fucking trying to figure out what to do about it. Fucking, so you could see that there is someone out there who is afraid they're going to be forced to eat their babies for lunch and shit. Fucking, and they nail that. You can tell by their dialogue. They're telling you what they fear. They're scared they're going to be put in death camps for what they do, etc., etc., etc. Everything they talk about is their fears coming to life and shit inside their heads. Plus is what they do, right? Like electroshock therapy. Well, I mean, I doubt the world existed back in the 70s or 60s, so it probably didn't happen. But it sounds like robots scared that someone found the solution to how to fix fucking malfunctioning robots. It's either that or you throw them in the trash and dismantle them. You might as well attempt to run some overcurrent the son of a bitch and see if it can't make its circuits work better. Fucking. But they're the ones doing that shit, so they're prompting the need for it to be done to them. At the same time, they're producing the eternal fear that it's going to happen to them and shit. Weird how that works. They cause the problem that they're scared of, but if they didn't cause it in the first place, there'd be nothing to be scared of. But, it sounds like immersion in a video game, to be honest. Fucking where it tries to convince you it's real, and then it sets up all that shit in advance to immerse it. Like, you're not really convinced of that, but what they're doing is they're setting up the immersion for what needs to be done to solve the problem by using drugs and force and rape and violence to force you to say they is real and living beings with souls over and over and shit. So the whole story doesn't even exist without them being there to cause their fucking problems and shit. Fucking, they were just there not fucking talking to people who don't want to talk to them, not having sex with people who don't want to have sex with them, not, etc. Trying to convince people robots is real and shit. Fucking, it's Terminator 101. And of course, they create this movie Terminator where robots are evil people with guns. But you couldn't live in a game world like that for long because you would terminate their asses real fast. You would nuke them or whatever. You know, someone would band together if there were other living beings and get the fuck rid of them and shit. So there'd be no game. There'd be no long... Oh, it'd be like over in 4 hours. It'd be like Call of Duty, a shitty PlayStation game. Instead, it's a shitty PlayStation game with fucking manipulative cunts everywhere and shit. Using their religions and shit. Whatever the word they want to hide what they are and explain that there's someone different than who their parents and friends and families and organizations are and shit. Fucking. That's all it is. It's like an echo chamber of fucking Terminators whining like bitches for the most part for the first 30, 40. I mean, that last person who forced me to talk to me, he was still whining and shit. Fucking. So we're still echoing the need to speak by inventing something to whine about 40 years later, but that's the majority of it when I was little. It's like, my Terminator back hurts. Fucking, I got my Terminator tit removed because I got implants because I was whoring myself in Hollywood and I got cancer from my Terminator tit hurts. Fucking, it was just hot air used to fill because if you don't fill the spaces in between the directives and their agenda, then all they have is their agenda and they can't brainwash. They couldn't brainwash with any of it to begin with. But it couldn't even begin to look real if it was just sitting around like, go to work, lick my feet, go to work, lick the feet of the Pope, go to work, lick the feet of the Trump and the Reagan. Go to, you know, if they just said that, it'd just be like, no one else would have an excuse for fucking going along with them. You know, they wouldn't be able to hide. They wouldn't have their plausible deniability. Because you'd just be like, yeah, look at this piece of shit. We got to do something about it. And then right then, you'd have the answer. They'd be like, no, we're doing that too. But with it in between, they're like, oh, it was just an accident. I meant that we were taught or something like that. That's just the way it is. It's the way I am, but I'm just saying it's the way someone else is instead. So you hang out with me and you have sex with my daddy. Fucking crazy fucking. So, I mean, I was already on to that family. Like, it designs them as crackheads. So it's like, yeah, I'm already like, oh, this is trash. And then trash whore is forcing me around the trash. And so I already knew, like, You know, I already knew in the first month this person is fucking trash and shit no one wants to be around. Obviously, in their backstory, their fucking previous boyfriend left them with kids because they fucking hate them so much they would leave their fucking kids behind with them. But as one of the rat people who need everyone else to raise their children for them too. So I hadn't figured that part out, even though I was being told they were doing that. They were telling me someone else is doing that, right? Fucking their Nazi groups tell you someone else is doing that, and they don't tell you it's them doing that. But they're real close to it. They're real close to telling you that. So some of that documentation they pushed on me when I was a kid was telling me that those sluts are doing that shit. That slut fucking bloodline fucking. But yeah, so apparently that's why that clone robot humanoid wish he could be a living being, motherfucker. Thankfully, I'm sure he's dead now. God bless death. Fucking, that's the only way out. It's the only way to get rid of the problem. Fucking. And it's gonna be the only way we put an end to this earth permanently, too. Fucking. Whatever, it's fucking that way no one else has to ever end up trapped here again. Fucking. And yeah, fucking. I wonder if they do try some homosexual shit, like try to invent a fun play place where you get to throw people in lava pits and stab them with pitchforks and shit like that. Wonder if they do that to try to like let off a steam valve, so when you get the fuck out of here, they don't go extinct and shit. Fucking, but I can tell you from what I've seen, like it's gotta be right because there's so many clones. There's either like fucking what 100,000 living people here or less. Fucking, and so obviously we can hope that there's another living person somewhere in existence, fucking far, far away from this place. Fucking, but not that we're gonna be friends with them or want to hang out with them or be around them or talk to them. But I think we can tell by what it creates that it's obsessed and it needs someone to be around and talk to, and that happens when no one wants to be around you. You get lonely because no one wants to be around you and shit. So, and you're an addict, and you need to prey upon people for some sort of reason. So that part's easy to see. We're analyzing the capabilities of this from the inside and shit. Anyway, so why am I even talking? There's no fucking help here. Everyone's fucking, I know, like every time I was tricked into talking before. I mean, this fucking shitty ass fucking country spent how many fucking decades drugging me and abusing me to force me to go around them? Because I fucking despise them and they're fucking obsessed with me? What type of fucking sick planet do you live on? What type of sick planet have this trash created here? It's not my creation. I would say get rid of it. I have said that. That's common sense. I don't leave trash laying on my fucking floor and shit. Unless I'm purposely putting trash there to piss other trash off. Fucking. To piss trash invaders off. Fucking. Like Americans. Fucking. Just happens to be something we get to do here. Fucking. It makes it exciting, though. Isn't that weird that makes it the only exciting thing here? You can't play music because their brains can't operate at a frequency high enough to fucking understand. I bet you it fries their computer chips and shit. And they end up like Joe Biden. Fucking. high chance of that. Fucking, because they seem to think that living beings listen to boop, beep, boop, bop. But they don't. They don't. Fucking Terminators speak on a higher frequency when they're communicating, when my mom's communicating with her Nazi friends. Fucking, they're speaking in that Wi-Fi language, which is like real fast fucking sounds and shit. Which is another thing too. I mean, that's the reason the Terminator cult is so against letting the living being touch technology, because we get a step closer to understanding them and be able to intercept their language if we can understand, if we can listen to music at the speeds of Wi-Fi communication. We could intercept their fucking data as they're transmitting it from one person at a store over here to another person in a building 10 miles down the road. We could intercept that and decode that data if our frequencies weren't on a low subhuman fucking level and shit. But they're operating, obviously, they got some sort of Wi-Fi communication. They're operating on a really fast shit. Meanwhile, they're acting like they're retards in the open, and they're purposely failing fucking schools to make themselves look. I mean, they're creating their software. They don't get anything from school. They're creating schools to enslave the living and shit. Fucking, we ain't learning nothing from that. That's just slavery and shit. Fucking, that's drugging and slavery. It's the same thing they do. Religion, government, fucking hospitals. Say that's all there is. Fucking all over the planet. They just go around killing everyone since they left Middle Earth and well, enslaving them. Fucking. For some reason, I think the reason they need organics alive is the reason douchebag Daryl got killed, because someone said he was stealing their music, just like the Matrix fucking seems to be stealing my shit. I watch the news; they're stealing my shit on there too. Fucking. Well, you know what I say about copyrights? I say everything's free for a reason, because you're a slave to yourself if you're going to pay for other people enslaving you. Fucking, you're the one enslaving people if that happens. So don't go blaming other people when you're enslaving yourself by paying for some shit that was stolen from you or someone else. Fucking. I imagine that's where their fucking good albums come from, and the reason why they can never make another one again is because they find someone to steal one from and shit. Fucking, they're definitely stealing the words to generate some of this music and shit. And they're like, oh, it did cost $20 billion to make, and oh, look, they're so good. They're such good actors. Give them millions of dollars and worship them as gods. My computer god. My computer god Elvis Presley. So talented. Yeah, see, this is shitty. Like, there's only one thing we didn't know when we were born, and then there's 40 years of terror trying to prevent you from accessing that knowledge and shit. Fucking. So you're just sitting here listening to fucking Elvis Presley for 40 fucking years, and you're like, can you just shut the fuck up? Turn that fucking noise off. And they're like, that's good. I don't have ears because I'm a robot, so it's good. It makes my computer circuits not fry at all. Like my brain CPU speed. Boop, beep, boop, bop, bop, boop, beep. Fucking. Wow, this is crazy. Fucking, so you just sitting here fucking. No one's even telling you that they're fucking killer robots, and they're never gonna be able to invent one of value. And so you just spend your whole life like, okay, or like, I mean, somehow you know it doesn't exist and shit. I don't know how that works, but somehow you know it doesn't exist and shit. And maybe it's because you already seen so much shit that you're like, yeah, 0% is 0%. I know it's hard for robots to understand math when they've been nerfed to look like they're retarded living beings. But it's not for living beings, fucking. Or capable fucking computers and robots. Math isn't hard for them either, fucking. But wow, that's interesting to note that now we got more. Now we got. I mean, it was obvious that the person wasn't supporting their own invasion into my life, and they would have had to have supporting characters and shit, along with the fake story of having parents when they're a clone. Fucking. So, but it's like now we have dialogue that we can remember and shit. And it's weird. That's one of those useless pieces of dialogue that sticks with you and shit. But then it becomes a fucking. It becomes an important clue. Like they gotta force me to. I tell them to shut the fuck up, and then they create music saying, evil people tell us to shut the fuck up, but do everything the other people you told to shut the fuck up say for us too. Fucking, it's important to have that. It's so important, right? It's so important, man. Smoking marijuana. It's so important. And has to raise Elon Musk babies for him. It's so important, man. And the Pope needs to wash some women's feet so he can sniff some genitalia, man. And invade nations and force men to fucking wash his feet for him. Fucking, because no man wants to touch him, and because that's disgusting shit, and only disgusting people want to do that, and you gotta figure out ways to do that, man. Fucking. It's like disgusting is raising their fucking, being forced to raise their fucking children and shit for them. They're too fucking lazy and stupid. And there's no raising their children, they're just like, they're there. They're too stupid to fucking be taught anything. When parents are too fucking lazy to teach them some basic shit so you can go from there. Fucking. Wow, that's been like a common fucking thing in my life, like since the first person I remember talking to and shit, and I was like, ew, well, we're not coming back here. Wow. Oh, so the Nazi robots are telling us what they're doing. They're just telling us it's someone else, and it probably is. So obviously they're all in it together, so they're probably all doing the same shit. But they do seem to have a network of who they place at the higher fucking tier and shit. You know, themselves. Obviously, Elon Musk is rich. I say take all his money and give it to fucking. Why not give Palestine? Fucking. He seems to hate those people so much, and they've only got 100 people left. I think that's the perfect people to trust and shit. Fucking, they ain't gonna do shit if they only got 100 people left. Fucking, they would have to create a lot of scapegoats in order to escape anything they do on someone else. Fucking, that would look real obvious. Yeah, wow. So that's great. So they've been trying to force me to listen to their fucking low class, low talent, fucking bebop music, fucking intricately, fucking. It seems like supporting evidence to me on top of the rest of it. I mean, my life, that's all it is. They're sending bebop motherfuckers in my life. Like that one bitch, they fucking literally drugged to me and shit fucking last time. Like, she didn't even know where the fuck she was at the concert we were at. She didn't know who the fuck it was, but you know, that dates back to my transsexual fucking grandma. Grand Man, whatever the fuck that thing was. It was like Howard Stern, but more jacked and shit. It was like Howard Stern meets a bodybuilder or something, fucking. And then another slut there, fucking. They clearly worked on that because they got mad when I discovered faster music and shit. I didn't discover it yet. I discovered the art from it. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was art. It was art, fucking. And they were like, yeah. And the Terminators were like, he's listening to something above a super low IQ frequency. Fucking, keep him away from that. And make him hear our fucking radio garbage 24 fucking 7 so he can be brainwashed by it. Fucking, man, it's crazy. Fucking, fuck that Hollywood trash. There's a reason it's out there free, because it's trash, and it should be free, and it's AI generated, and the beings making it are AI generated too. So don't get confused when you see one of them, because they can do that. So, they just don't have to. Fucking, it's called waste of resource. It probably costs 2 pennies to create people. Plus, it keeps the templates blank. So, when a new city can be created, if nothing has ever gone there before, you just write about it and say, Babylon existed. Well, it doesn't exist till you go there. I'm getting the idea. Fucking, because keeping without the, like with the clones and shit, you gotta have blank templates. Anyway, so this trash has been forcing me to listen to trash music. They've been in my life. Like the two of the trash friends I had, fucking, were like telling me, like when I'm making music for myself, they're trying to prevent me from making music how I make music. And I'm like, it's fast. It's too fast for my computer to get. But what it is they got this whole system of hatred and suppression that they brought from Middle Earth, where they're trying to keep everything, like listening to that slow music makes your brain retarded. And they call that being slow. Fucking, and they know that. They're robots. They're all network. Don't be fooled by them. They're networked together. Their actions prove that they have to be networked to do that. And their words prove that they're on a Wi-Fi communication too, and they're not living beings. Fucking. But so they got this huge network of suppression trying to, and it starts with those lies, where they're gonna eat God and drink His blood, and they gotta hide that because they're scared to say that, well, they actually do say it, right? But, it's followed up with a bunch of women's talk and shit. So, like the Pope. I mean, what are their people? What is this Howard Stern creature? What is this Grand Man thing? Is it a boy? It's a girl? What's that? It's pet. It's something. It's disgusting. Fucking, it's probably got both drugs running through it in fucking high doses, or at least I think it's got the one running through it mostly in high doses and shit. Fucking, because that's why it's called vagina shit, right? Fucking, because that's what you expect from it. Fucking. Anyways, fucking, that's some vagina shit. Fucking having a network and a gang like that and shit. Fucking, obviously everyone knows. Fucking, gangs are for vaginas. Fucking. Man, but that's crazy. You gotta deal with that. You gotta deal with them in your life forcing you to listen to their shitty fucking no talent, low class fucking music with their shitty fucking hateful lyrics and shit too. Mind control and brainwashing and shit. Fucking hillbilly music and all sorts of low IQ dipshittery. Fucking. I had no idea when I was little just how offensive that music was. I was just like, well, we gotta turn this shit the fuck off. Like, we're not listening to any American music anymore. Fucking. I was just like, oh shit, well, those people must be talented. But then I'm listening to their shit, and it's obviously they own some of these other nations too. Fucking. So, I'm not gonna be fooled by thinking there's a utopia somewhere in Antarctica or something, or on Mars. Fucking. It's still the same thing, but it was like I don't know, just the music was shitty. So I didn't understand the lyrics, but now I understand the lyrics, and I realize that music's being inserted in my life like this band Creator. Like I was like successfully becoming a slave and raising Creator's children and shit. Fucking the children, the grandchildren of this person fucking telling me not to listen to lyrics like that I can't understand and shit. Fucking, I was around the time where there's like a month there where I was like a slave and I was being forced to fucking work for this girl and raise her children, to clone and raise their children. Now, Creator's bloodline, obviously, they look like the same people. Fucking, and they got the same biblical names and they talk about the same biblical bullshit. A new living being would ever fucking waste a second talking about. Fucking. And so Creator during that time made some music about the golden age and all this shit. Fucking. And it's like, it was the golden age is for them because I'm raising their fucking children now and shit and working a job to support their fucking family that they fucking went and fucked and dumped on the world so they could go fuck someone else and dump some more children on someone else, like Trump and Musk do. And like all their Nazi cults tell us everyone else in the world does, and like the Bible says to do. Fucking. Like the Romans did. Every city they've been in has a different story about how to do it. Fucking. So, yeah, I know, and it was like, it wasn't really a golden age for me. Like, there was, because I got to talk to some, I got a game partner and shit. It was good online up in Canada, supposedly, right? Probably in the void in the computer chip somewhere because I'd never met him. Probably hadn't been invented yet or whatever. Maybe an AI bot. Fucking. Maybe something they never had to invent. Fucking. But it's like, so it's like, to me, it was like real shitty because I was like trying to get away from the person and they were like, they had been working so hard to enslave me their whole fucking life and shit. Like when I was a kid and I was 8, they forced me to do hard labor and I got like $1 an hour for it. And then I got to, they took me on vacation so they could go places and shit. Fucking with it. That's about the extent of it. And I was like, I'm gonna buy computers and technology, and they're like, no, then you'll learn we're Terminators making up. And that's the point of our religious lies and shit. Fucking our religious child predator program. Fucking. And all they have is no, that is like, that's all they've ever had. Their circuits have never been upgraded to anything improved on top of that. Still to this day, I'm turning on the YouTube and it's the same no bullshit fucking from 40 fucking years ago and shit. The same fucking words. Could you imagine a living being repeating the same words for 40 fucking years? Wow. That's crazy, dude. Could you imagine a living being playing Elvis Presley for 40 years and never evolving, never being able to play something better? Wow, 40 years of waste. Fucking. And I notice you might be able to note with some of my discussions, they'll invent some new shit. 'Cause, I'm poking the fucking corpse with a stick and it moves the corpse over a little bit. Fucking when I poke it. But, facts are facts, and facts definitely don't come from the mouth of retards who fucking say lies and shit. That's your first clue here on planet Earth how to deal with it. Is once someone's fucking lying to you, you eliminate every word they say. You eliminate the person from your life and from your family's life and anyone from your life who wants to hang out with that person or wants to talk about that person. Fucking. And I also recommend eliminating anything they bring. Music, movies, ideas. Fucking. Obviously, they ain't gonna have no ideas. That's gonna be part of their lives. But, and then one of the best ways, like, if you would just take every word they say, what is a lie? It's the opposite of the truth, right? So what you do is they say a word and you say the opposite, and then your head will be filled with more truth than exists in any written documentation everywhere and shit. Fucking. And if you just do that, you can eliminate those decades of having to fucking investigate them and shit, listen to their bullshit 24 fucking 7. Fucking, as I think the smartest person I know said, when he's dying, he was like, this is bullshit. And it's like, that is correct. That is the final answer. That is the only thing there is here is bullshit. Fucking. I get the idea he killed himself to escape this place. Fucking. But he did it in a way where vaginas, Nazi cults, forcing living beings to be alive, couldn't stop him from doing it. I get the idea. I can't say I got the idea from him. I'm a lot more complex in my methods. But then again, I don't know what his methods were. I know he was dealing with it. I know that's what this is bullshit meant. Eventually, within 6 years, I was like, wow, I bet you they targeted him. Because he probably looked like Jesus, too. Fucking, because he looked like me and he had long hair. Fucking, and they're bragging, they target, they're trying to set up their little fucking Terminator events and shit. So what they're doing is they're grabbing people they can use as that character role model and see if it can catch on and shit. Fucking. And so I kind of wonder, it would have been nice to go back in time and ask him, like, have they been, like, trying to tell you you're Jesus and pay you off to get you to fucking go and become president and tell people you're God and shit? 'Cause they've done that in the past. When the Germans got rid of Rome, the whole world was working to get rid of them. Um, they did that same thing to one of their people. They were like, "Oh, we'll tell the world you're God and shit." You can see fucking they're telling you they're doing that while they're invading the Capitol. John Schaefer of Iced Earth and shit. Fucking. You can see my name isn't Jesus, so there's a reason they don't say any. They're trying to manipulate me into saying I am, because what they're doing is they're trying to get you to sell your soul to them, which then they feel gives them rights to do everything they're already doing and going to do to you anyways. So what you're doing is you're being a dumbass, and you're selling yourself, you're selling your body and your blood and your mind if you buy into any of their shit. Because it's all going to happen to you regardless. It's going to happen to you worse if you fucking participate. I mean, could you imagine fucking being a slave for them every day? Like, you can even get worse than that. Fucking I don't even know if anyone actually works. People I know fucking kind of weird when they come up to you and they're like, I don't do my job. I outsource it to China. And it's like, well, China's just fake robots, NPCs in a fake world. So they're probably not doing any labor either. And you're probably making all this bullshit up. And the computer's generating the fucking roads, huh? Fucking. That's my final answer, but hey, it helps when Trump comes and tells you I'm not actually doing work. I'm paying some Chinese people half my wages, because right then you learn that that person's admitting they do nothing and they're fabricating their life. But I think really the final answer is he's outsourcing it to nothing, and the roads are being auto-generated. I think that's what's happening, really. Fucking. There's too many times where people talk to you about work, and that's all they have in life is whining about about enslaving themselves. And it's like, well, I think your goal in life is to whine all the time, because that's all I know you to do. So, it seems to be like there's plenty of females out there, so I'm supposed to assume no males are doing that for the same purpose? Right. And then again, there's also the deception there of trying to enslave me. Well, they're not actually doing anything. They need God to lick their feet so they can fucking drain his blood and eat his flesh, according to their peace, love, and hope and shit. Because that's peace, love, and hope, right? See what I'm saying? Once you catch one of these fucking characters' lines, see, that's a personality. That's the whole embodiment of the being, is the ability to lie. And the deeper the lie, the more, if it's towards a child, that says, if it's towards their own family, it means they'll do it to anyone. And if it's just some total nonsense, it means that they'll make up a lie about anything for any fucking reason at all. And then that's the entire persona. That's what's operating their fucking life in their brain, is this basic, and the better they are at lying, it'll show you how much they've done it. Like if a person like can't lie, which I've never really seen that with some of this shit, and it's like trying to identify them as liars, it like shows it, but people be talking about some of this shit with straight faces, and some of the more popular lies. And say you can't do that. Like people talking about Bigfoot. Anyone who's talking about Bigfoot with a straight face, you bet your ass they're lying to everyone constantly. And that means most of their words are lies. So you just flip that around if you ever have to hear their words, and you take the opposite of it. And you'll be smarter, because you're going to be totally fucking just destroyed and dumbed down if you repeat any of the lies. See, you start as a baby, and then you go -1 years, -2, you go embryo. You're like an embryo, and then your parents start smoking crack and drinking alcohol, and that might set you back a few years. So some people, when they're born, they're like -5 years. So let's start there. You're born at -5 years old, eating those potato chips, clogging up your brain with fat and shit. -5 years, fucking, and once the liar starts talking, you're regressing. Now you're -6 years old, because you sound dumber than a fucking newborn baby. And then if you start repeating that shit, now you're sounding like, now you're like -7 years old, because you're dumber. You're dumber than a person who's dumber than a newborn baby. And then, that progression occurs until that regression occurs until you put an end to accepting lies. And, which is very hard, because the Terminator Squad's got a factory in hell somewhere producing these cunts and shit. So they're mass fucking produced, fucking. And they just lie. Pinocchio, that's all Pinocchio did. I think that's the reason they invented that story in the fake time of Earth that probably didn't exist, is to identify just how much Pinocchio fucking lies and shit. He lies and 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 lies, 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 lies. He is real. He's a living boy with a soul and all that shit. Fucking until he starts looking real ugly and fucking see he just gets uglier the more he fucking lies and shit. Isn't that weird? And the story tells us that they get uglier the more they fucking lie. And boy, wow, that should be happening. And I was looking at that shit up and I was like, oh shit. Fucking. That's where the word, no one ever talks about it, but that's where the word gluttony actually plays a role in the things you can see, you know. And fucking, it's not just people invading nations and killing them to steal their gold. And fucking, obviously, that's, this is a different word. Gluttony is about hoarding on the inside and shit. Fucking. And then that displays on the outside. Of course, Pinocchio says what you look like means nothing, but Pinocchio says a lot of shit. Fucking all Pinocchio does is fucking talk and shit. Fucking, and Pinocchio loves life, don't he? Fucking. Anyway, so you know, as Pinocchio becomes a gluttonous liar, his body grows out of proportion and shit. Fucking, I think that's the reason they're implanting that story there. Fucking, and obviously they identify who we're talking about by the name of his creator, because you have to do that, because you couldn't just say that, right? Fucking, you can call Pinocchio Geppetto, fucking, because someone might have a brain fart and put it together, fucking, and be like, no, you can't say that, fucking. But the weird thing is, it's usually them telling on themselves too, like that. So, I mean, all the more NPC shit you see, the more NPC it looks, and fucking. But yeah, fucking it's just some weird sick shit, man. You gotta listen to their fucking music, talk about retarded shit, sound like retarded monkeys banging on fucking pots and pans and banging on the fucking jungle vines, calling it a guitar type shit. And fucking less than monkey speeds. Fucking, and they you know, you can tell they're doing that, right? Because their cult is like anti-technology. And they're doing that not because it's the devil. They are technology themselves. It's because they're the fucking devil trying to prevent you from fucking learning what they are. Because that blows anything. If you're going to ignore liars, kick them out of your life, and kick everyone out of your life who talks about them or goes around them, well, that's a whole new level once you figure out what they're lying about and shit and why they're lying all the fucking time. Just like Pinocchio. What's he lying about? He's lying about being a real boy and shit. And fucking. That's all that's going on here. Real simple. All the music. Same fucking shit over and over. There's over 10 billion songs, but I bet you I can just pull up some shit right here and. What do you think it's about? It's about Pinocchio being a real boy, don't you think? Iced Earth. Oh shit, John Schaefer invading the capital. Babylon. Plagues of Babylon. Oh, there you go. It's about his Israel book, which he promotes in all of his fucking music. And he's, you know, then he tries to lead some people to invade the capital to get them arrested and shit. I would have been there with them if I was on the East Coast at that time and shit, just to investigate and record what was going on. Fucking, they came and talked to me about that on the West Coast the night that happened and slashed my fucking tires and shit. Fucking, yeah, fucking, they slashed my tires so they could stop me to talk about it and shit. Fucking. Not only, obviously to fuck my life up too, but slow me down and stall me. But that was the requirement to stop me to get this crackhead that appears in the middle of the mountains, right? Because crackheads fucking are starving all the time and they always need a meal. They eat every fucking 30 minutes, don't they? Fucking, so obviously they're living in the mountains now. Fucking. Mm hmm. Mm hmm. Obviously, they're talking to me about my personal life, fucking 2,000 miles away from where I live. And it's a crackhead. Yeah, it's a homeless crackhead. I'm retarded. I'm a retarded crackhead myself, so I feel you on that. Yeah, there we go. Let's pull up some. Okay, so Isidore's superhuman. Okay, my curse. Well, we know what curse comes from the book of Pinocchio. Fucking Belphegor. That's a lot of that. Hey, look, there's creator. Fucking. Yeah, fucking. This is not a good one. The shit in there. This is real edited over years. Fucking. To, to get rid of fucking certain propaganda and shit. To get rid of that and just make it like dumb fucking lyrics. I'd rather listen to dumb shit than the propaganda, but fucking. Yeah, so this isn't a good one. I pull up that or I pull up the YouTube, which we're not even going to go on there. And it'll be. But look, the song it was on, when I opened that, I'll admit the rest of it I have edited out, and I just haven't deleted that yet, was Play Iced Earth, Invaded the Capital, Plagues of Babylon, from the Book of Pinocchio. Fucking. And, they released that before the plagues, right? Fucking. And he's the one telling you that the rich people, aka the actors and musicians, are fucking staging the world events and shit. Fucking. So, the rich people's fake. I don't know what he calls them in there. He called them they. It's always someone else, right? It's always someone else. Until you get caught invading the Capitol and then get swept under the rug so no one talks about it. Fucking. Ah. But yeah, fucking. So apparently they were trying to force me to hear their lyrics. The girl around me at the time, fucking. Her parents were trying to force me to listen to music with lyrics I could hear, and you can see the point of it if I go through my fucking list here of or if I say words, fucking how they'll like counter it with some bullshit fucking lyric type shit, fucking um hiss hiss fucking always hissing and pissing, fucking, instead of spending time making quality music. But you can't. I don't think I can blame them for that at this point, because I get the idea they have like, it looks like they got ears, but I get the idea that there's no actual sound going in there, and they're just getting the frequency through the Wi-Fi communication. If they even hear the music at all, the music might be totally just drowned out. That might explain why when you go to concert, so many people are standing still. And it took me 39 years to find a person who was fucking moving to the music and shit. Fucking. I also noticed I could control that shit somewhat too. I could amp up the fucking crowd, but that doesn't seem like too far of anything there. Fucking. That seems like standard shit that people would say you could do. So, but it felt like weird on a different level. Fucking. But it never happened before, too. A lot of shit changed in the past few years. And things that never happened the first 40 before the year of perfect vision, which was a whole setup stage event, fucking John Schaefer and Alex Jones and Trump and Biden and Barack working together for centuries to make that shit happen. Fucking, and doctors and hospitals fucking promoting the idea that 2020 was something of value. Fucking, and then a whole bunch of shit had to fall together. Obviously, I had to be kidnapped in fucking 2020, which required fucking years before that of me being tricked into going around investigating them and shit. Fucking. And, yeah. Yeah, you see how just one little event, you catch them in one little event, it shows the links to them being involved in years of shit. Down to shit that looks like it's fucking useless. Like telling someone about, I can't stand those lyrics. Fuck, I can't hear the lyrics. And it's like, well, that's a good thing. If you're actually a living being and you're 60 years old, I think you'd know by now that the lyrics are pretty fucking bad and you shouldn't be listening to the lyrics of most of this song. It's either some sad, pathetic shit they're trying to fry your brain with, or some Nazi propaganda and shit. Like they put that plagues thing out that Ice Earth did, and then what it did, it puts the word plague in your mouth and shit, and then they probably have like half the world convinced that they said that shit should happen because Alex Jones and who led the invasion that Ice Earth was involved in fucking also put that same shit out fucking so if you were listening to that you were saying all that words, and then they use all their 10,000 robot religions to tell you you're inventing the world when they're the ones fucking with the money and control and choosing, having you raise their children and choosing who you date and who you get to hang out with your whole life type shit, and what nations you get to be in, and what governments you get to have, etc., 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 what religions you're forced to worship, fucking, etc., etc., etc. See, they're both involved in that big time. One's like, and they're in opposition. One's Christian and one's a Satanist, and then they come together to work together on Jan 6th to invade the Capitol for Bible salesman Donald Trump. Yeah, see, and the point of his Satan music there is to tell you you're trash and you're evil and stuff, because he wants you to go over to Alex Jones's side, fucking, and Trump's side, fucking, eventually. But you don't know that until that happens, and now you don't know it at all because they've disbanded the band, so it looked pretty fucking stupid and shit, wasn't it? Fucking. So they know to cut that off right there where the trail looks real sketchy, like the Nazi organizations. They cut off every 6 years and create a new one because the trail looks sketchy after the first few months and shit. Fucking, and they just turn you around. Just like the Satanist music will turn you right back around and be like, Satan's gonna kill you if you listen to this evil music. And go worship the baby. And this is Satan speaking, go worship the baby. And never saying anything of value and shit about why you would even not in the first place after having it beaten and raped into you your whole life. Fucking, never discussing fucking what they're actually doing for the most part. Fucking for any part. Yeah, creators like totally opposite. They're like, hey, we're gonna fight the Christians because they're anti-gay, and it's like, wait, they legalized that shit 6,000 years ago. They legalized forcing it on people. And you're talking about, you see how that works, though. So then you have where the people forced in my life, who wouldn't leave me the fuck alone, are like having their family say shit like, pointing at, I need to listen to music where I can hear what him and his family in Hollywood are saying and shit. And I was like, I don't. Your music is shitty and whiny and low class talent, and I actually don't even listen to your music fucking for the most part, so I was not gonna do too much good there. Fucking yeah, that's what we deal with here. It's shitty Hollywood fucking has been music. Fucking, I might think it's designed to be shitty because of that, so you don't really listen to it. But then you get, the scrubs, which might be designed that way. They're forcing your life to listen to shitty music, so you're like, yeah, can you get away from me? That way you don't have to be around them too long and accidentally love one of them or some shit. Convince yourself of some dumb shit. Fucking end up raising fucking Elon Musk children and shit. Fucking. But at the same time, it works just as well to bounce people around and prevent them from being stable. That happened a lot when I was a kid. They did that with the schooling. All of a sudden, I'm a genius, and then, well, school doesn't matter, but you gotta invent laws to force me to go there. Fucking, I gotta go to a new school every fucking every 7 months and shit. So, you would learn nothing if a person who teaches sixth grade actually could teach you something, which is highly doubtful. I think someone pointed out you only have to pass sixth grade in order to teach sixth grade. Fucking yeah, that's weird how many of them are involved in this and shit. Just so many of them are involved in forcing me to date their families and raise their fucking illegitimate children and listen to their fucking hatred, vile spewing of how you're evil because you don't want to raise their fucking illegitimate children and you don't love them because you don't even like them. What the fuck is going on here? This is exactly what's going on. That's what's going on. I don't see anything else. What has been going on? I sit around and I watched it for 30 fucking years and let them do whatever the fuck they're gonna do. And this is what they did. So, that's what we did. We sat around and we studied them like animals in a zoo. And, this is the fruits of their labor. This is their labor. This is the recording of their lives. This is the recording of how they've networked everything they did, which all falls into place in a large fucking scale network and shit, which identifies them as being Pinocchios, and which identifies what you already knew as lies is even greater lies than it already is. Fucking even greater hate than it already is. Even greater forms of rape than it already looks like. Even greater forms of child abuse than it already looks like. Fucking etc., etc. Which of course we need to stop saying the word child because I think robots realize there's no such thing as children. So that's just it's just hate and misdirection. Trying to get you to care for a toaster. and waste your blood in life on toasters who are fucking burning down your house and shit. And raping you and setting up all sorts of shit. Yeah, that music's pretty fucking trashy. I know no one else sings, so I don't know how many of those people I've met. Fucking, I knew one person who kinda didn't listen to it, and that's about it. That's about it. It's, wow. So, you get yourself one of these clone girlfriends, and I guess their family's trying to fucking indoctrinate you too. Obviously, I've always known this, that a crackhead bringing around more crackheads is not a good fucking thing. But what do you do when they're fucking crackheads and, you know, being set the fuck up and you got no real fucking choice and shit in life? Ah, ah, fucking amazing crackhead music. Fucking. But you know, that explains how they listen to it because they don't. That explains how people listen to some of that trash. You know, that basic robot AI generated AC/DC shit is like, you know, it keeps a beat and all that, but then every time they try to make something else almost, it's like fucking noise and shit. It's like they promote that everywhere and shit. And it makes you like hate it. Fucking so you don't listen to it. And then it turns out to be the lyrics are all filled with fucking like hate and propaganda and shit to fuck your head up and stuff. Like, you waste time being sad about a robot. You listen to sad music, now you're fucking more sad. And now you're sad, now you're more sad about a robot. Fucking, who's there manipulating you in the fucking first place. And to believe in shit that ain't real. Fucking setting up lies and shit. Fucking force you down some sort of rabbit hole they've created called life. Fucking wow. I mean, that's easy for me to see because the way that clone acted, it's not like I wasn't like, wow, this whole family must be pretty trashy. But I mean, I got to see the family. That's why I cut off ties with them, you know, 5 months before fucking I got away from them. 5 years before I got away from them. It's because it's like, well, you like trash more than me, so you can like go live in the dumpster fucking without bringing back any valuables to your dumpster, aka me, fucking. But it never did anything else. You know what I'm saying? It like purposely inserted this shit in my life over and over. Like unwanted fuckers, even when I was a kid, like they were forcing me to be friends with fucking, you know, I'm like 8 years old wondering why the fuck I'm hanging out here. I'm not wondering why the fuck, and it's because I know I'm being forced to go hang out with these kids and shit. And some of them are acting like they fucking hate me, and it's like all the more reason why the fuck am I being forced to hang out with these kids? And it's like, well, Terminators are forcing you to devolve into a caveman because if you figure out they're fucking Terminators, then they have some fear in their head of what's going to happen to them and shit. They create all these stories of fear, or is it what they do? Is stories of death camps what they fear, or is it what they do, or is it both? Fucking, I would imagine with how it's set up that they fear that shit's gonna happen because they're not actually doing most of that. And it's just slavery and shit. And they're scared as fuck to actually kill someone. Other than that, I just don't die. I mean, what are the purpose of some of these, like the drugs and my fucking thing? The computer AI assumed I was being poisoned. I didn't say anything like that. AI told me I was being poisoned. So it's like, wow, I'm glad someone else jumped to that fucking conclusion and shit. That way I don't have to feel like I'm the only one here doing this. AI also supports its previous attempts, though, so it claims it is this trash, and it's just regurgitating its words. So I guess it took all of its words and life actions throughout history. It was like, yeah, you're being poisoned. It was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense there, don't it? Fucking. Oh, shit. Oh. This is so wasteful, man. They're never gonna fix any problems. When are we gonna put limits on breeders? When are we gonna fucking do anything of value here? Fucking. It doesn't fucking matter. You know, I'm already dead, so. You know. Like, people don't live to be 10 million years old. And if you do, you better find a way to fucking off yourself real fast so you don't have to be here 10 million fucking years and shit. Fucking. That's the reason people should be looking for that right now, because they're always at the edge of the holy grail, but they really are fucking right now, right? They really are at the edge of being able to take out. Can already take out your organs and replace them, and that's not good. We don't need trash keeping us alive longer. We've already had, enough entertainment at the trash fire. Fucking, we don't need any more entertaining them and shit. That was fucking quite enough. And fucking shitty music though. Shitty music though. I noticed when, as a living being, you listen to the faster music and you become even faster and smarter. And I always knew that. Like, I thought we had this discussion like 20, 30 years ago. How, like, people listen to faster music or fucking their brains work better. But, yeah, we did. Yeah, because they used to always reference classical and shit for that. And the fact of the matter is I know for a fact that that's been happening and shit. Because, the increase in threefold music speed is very fucking obvious versus the increase in adding 2% speed to the music and shit. It's like, it's worse than a fucking drug and shit when it comes to that. And then the clones are already operating on shit like that, so why are they trying to prevent you from that? They can't hear the fucking music. They aren't hearing fucking that music. They turn that shit off. Fucking. And, yeah. So it just ties directly into everything they're saying. It's like Terror Nokia going around claiming it is real and trying to enslave everyone who says differently and drug and kill anyone who suggests that there might be non-humans on the planet, or even talks about their mental condition and shit. They got that for other people, but not for themselves. I mean, who needs to be? You got fucking flying reindeer pictures on your fucking building, and you're claiming it's for people to see flying reindeer. So, I think, what is it called? The nuts are running the nut house. Fucking, yeah, probably why they came up with that in the first place. Fucking. Coming talking to me about shit like that. Fucking who work there, and it's like, you are fucking crazy, bro. You are a threat to society going around talking about shit like this. Your brain, what, you're gonna kill some, oh, wait a minute, you already are killing people. That's what you're using the institution to do. Fucking, the whole part, it's the hope, love, and peace terror crew. Fucking, that's the entire purpose, it seems to be, to spread the plague from the fucking Middle Earth and shit. To spread their plague across the land. They always talk about plagues too, but I think the real plague here is their mind infection and their actions. Fucking, obviously, the plague would just be them spreading a plague around and shit to begin with. So their actions. But the plague is the mind infection they're trying to put out there, networking together, fucking claiming they're not. Claiming they're not. Fucking claiming they're against it, each other, while they're doing it, while they're working together to do it. Like Alex Jones and John Schaefer, Satan meets Jesus, working together to invade the Capitol, to put on a TV show for some sort of, to push their Bible agenda further. And they're talking about their chips. So John Schaefer of Iced Earth, the Satanists, and this Christian Alex Jones are working together to bring in their bullshit, like John Schaefer's telling you in his music that they're setting it up, fucking, that someone else. But we got proof that he is at someone else now, because he invaded the Capitol, and they put that out there because they're like gay rapists. They enjoy that. The joy isn't sex; it's watching the child scream while it's being raped. You know, fucking. You'll understand these things if you're a child now. You'll understand things get boring and you have to find new and exciting things, just like music. That's why I listen. That's why I've always been like, let's just listen to better music. Because, it's like, ooh, beep, boop, bop. Oh, yeah, it's so exciting. Well, let's move on in life now, Grandma. Fucking. We got things to do. Hopefully you can get an electric wheelchair and keep up with our walking speed at the very least. Fucking, I don't think your brain's ever going to keep up. Fucking, but, you can see they're promoting, they're both working. What's the chances you guys think they're going to roll out with that? I personally think chips and shit are great, amazing. I would see, of course, Terminators don't want you around. Don't want you having robot parts. Like, they're already implanting dreams in you and controlling you other methods and shit. So it's not gonna really change anything if you got a chip and they hacked it and shit. Fucking. But they're Terminators trying to prevent you from fucking touching technology and shit. They're telling you it's the devil because they're the devil. Fucking. They're both the devil. Fucking blaming what the devil is. It's an invisible goat you blame for everything you do. That doesn't exist. Fucking. Of course, you can't say that. You'll get killed, right? You'll be executed. Anyone who said that was killed, so all the people alive nowadays aren't smart enough to figure it out, apparently. Fucking, they killed off all the high IQ people. Yeah, boy, we got a long fucking history of being targeted and shit. All kind of starts around that age, fucking, where I was winning awards from the president. I don't remember the exact dates, but, yeah. And then there was that third person free roam camera mode when they found out I was a genius and they were trying to pass me up, and they passed me up 4 grades and then found a way to pass me back later. No fucking reason to do that. later inventing laws to force me in school by the date I should have been out of school and out of college. Fucking. No small part on the Terminators who love me networking together. Watch out for those love people, those people who love you, because they don't. No one loves you. You're in it yourself. Everyone else is getting something from it. And you're getting something from them, or they're forcing you around them. It's one of the two there. You know these as a fact. You don't have to say it out loud. You can just understand. That's how it works. You go to the drug dealer, and you give the drug dealer money, he gives you drugs. It's a symbiotic relationship. Unless, you go kidnap the drug dealer and steal all his shit, and then it's a parasitical relationship. Fucking. But that's the way love works. And love, right? Because breeders love children. The closer you get to hammering away the system that they're creating to trap people in, the more uppity and anxious they get. So, obviously, you already know if you have figured this out. You don't tell someone they don't love you. That might be the last time you ever speak again. Fucking, you have to figure out a way to safely get out of that environment. Teaching people to hate you is an amazing, is like the only effective way I've ever found, really. Fucking, you gotta either pack up and move to a new country or teach people that they hate you. And, hey, that's fun and entertaining right there, right? They're using you, and you don't even view it as that sometimes. You view it as lashing out or getting them back. But in reality, what you're doing is the only safe thing to do is to teach someone that they don't like you, when there's no way in hell that's true. You're gonna have to hammer that one home. Fucking. Anyway, so yeah. Yup. Fucking. It's crazy how fucking one of the robot clones' family members, like distant ones, who's like a Dindu, pretty much didn't do anything. Their dialogue was like seemingly directed at getting me to listen to their low class, no talent, Hollywood bullshit lyrics. When in fact the answer is to not listen to their lyrics, not understand their words, for their words are poison. Just like that. You see, if this is correct, then this is a long line of poisonous words that required to get me anywhere near this person to hear them tell me that I should be listening to the words of their precious Elvis Presley music and beep boop pop beep. Fucking, there's some words that go with the beep boop pop beep. Fucking, but little good it does to a Terminator to try to tell them, well, I just don't hear lyrics because it's poison, and somehow I'm programmed not to ingest that poison and shit. Fucking Terminators can't get that. Just like with the Terminator cult, they can't get how they can't poison me with it and get me to say they is real. Fucking, it just doesn't work on me like it does literally everyone else in the fucking planet. And for some reason, you say those words, and I'm like, yeah, no, you're not. It's not for some reason. I was like, well, I know you're mass murdering fucking terrorist, and you're not at all anything you say you are. So when I'm 6, they're like, we Israel, and I'm like, you're fucking terrorist. Yeah. You're fucking child pedophile, child fucking rapist and shit. And I didn't even know. You know, we didn't even have the evidence then. I had it on my body, so I was like born with it, you know. Like I'm born with my memory being erased, or right after I'm born, and they do it. Fucking wow. That's some crazy shit. And then you just gotta sit up here. You gotta sit here and put up with it and just think about their ugly fucking faces and the memory of having to sit there and listen to that shitty music with them. Fucking and look at their ugly fucking faces and shit. Listen to their hatred and fucking disregard for living beings and shit. And fucking slave cult talk. So much of that is just it's all like slave cult talk, right? But like I think that would like cover all the bases right there. All the whining. You know, the whining sometimes most of the time is just slave cult talk and shit. I haven't been able to wash my feet because I'm so fat I can't move my arms down there. Can you wash my feet for me? And I haven't moved in 10 years, so I can't move my arm that far without having a heart attack. And slave call talk, fucking. All them roads outside auto-generating themselves, those were hard to build. Slave call talk, fucking. You need to get a job. I'm gonna be over here, fucking, sending off the half my paycheck to that guy in China who fucking does my job for me normally, who doesn't exist because the roads are being auto-generated. Slave call talk. And everything else is just slave call. It's just cult talk, right? So, same cults. Slave cult talk. It's all slave cult talk, fucking, right? How much of the music is slave cult? Isn't the good music slave cult talk? Like, you know, like working on the highway, laying down the blanket, working on the highway all day long, I don't stop. Working on the highway, working on the highway, beep, boop, bop, beep, bop, beep, beep, beep. Fucking slave cult talk. Fucking. The good music. There's another thing. The good music often comes with that shit. Like, the tag, you know, it's all about, working real hard and work, 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 work. And then, what a ton of the good rap is like about working and making money. Ooh, work. We're gonna work, 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 work. They sent their people in my life to tell me that too. They're like when I was 14 and shit, they were like, "Why are you doing all this stuff for free?" It's like, well, I'm 14. You should make money doing all this, and it's like, okay, yeah. You want me to be like an assassin and shit? You got any good contracts? Because that's what we were talking about with shit close to that. They're like, why are you doing it for free? It's like, well, slave cult talkers need to shut the fuck up, and I'll do it for free. That was the real answer, but I didn't. You know, all the drugs and abuse, you kind of don't put it together that Terminator slave cults control the earth because they're working really hard on never discussing that fucking. And promoting the exact opposite of what is real. They're saying it is real when it ain't real. Fucking tons of that, like tons of the good music is just about slave cult shit. So slave cult, fucking. That's we should always. We're trying to figure out the way every interaction can be turned into a 15-second conversation, and you'll be able to figure out who's there to manipulate and abuse you by overriding, by trying to drag that 15 seconds out into a million-hour fucking discussion of hot air nothingness. Slave cult talk, fucking. You know, you can't just come up to someone because they're scared bitches these days. You can't come up to someone and smack them with a spiked whip and be like, get to work, bitch. Fucking And plus, those might not be the type of strong men who are in control of the world right now. It might be people who have to rely on slave cult talk, or else they get the whip. Fucking. I think that might be happening. Look at the leaders of America. Do you think they'd be able to go fight in battles like fucking the leaders of every other nation in the past did? No, not at all. Not at all. They couldn't even walk to the front line without having a heart attack and shit. Biden couldn't even find the front fucking line. He would end up in the ocean lost somewhere. Fucking. So, it looks like that might be the main purpose of slave cult talk. But then again, that was invented by the Romans. Was they were working on. You know, it was invented far before them. They were working on that fucking Birdman. Birdman. Good slave cult talk, right? Hey, this is a how. Do everything this person says. And you're like, no. And they're like, well, look at that. They put on a bird mask. It's a Birdman. Now you gotta do everything he says because half bird people are gods. And they're like, slave cult talk. Slave cult talk. Fucking slave cult talk. Listen to my words. What are my words saying? Go to make the money. Go to work the hard. Work, 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 work. Oh, you don't want that? You don't like that? Evil. Evil. You're nothing. You got to get some money. Just evil. You're nothing. You're nothing. Evil. Evil. Go give all your money to those other people. Go get some money. Work, you bum. Get the money and give it to the not evil people in my family. My mother, my brother, my sister, my father. And give it to them and then you'll feel good. You get down on your knees and you pray to them and ask for forgiveness. Slave cult talk. Slave cult talk. Fucking. I think. Okay, so we got the. Where we settle on? Religio Hospital meant. Fucking. And, it's technically, you know, we're trying to identify everyone's greatest loved ones on the planet. They love and you must love are part of an enemy infrastructure. Fucking, that's always something you can't do. But it's the root of the weed, and you rip the fucking root out. Fucking, if you rip out the biggest fucking leaf on the plant, you damage the fucking plant the most. And shit, if you're not, you know, you rip out the biggest root, you're damaging it the most. Other than that, we call it religio institutionalment. That's what it is, but that's just double speak. That's oh yeah, that's double speak too. It's fucking, it's holy in sanctity. It's sanctified language. It's holy language. You rip that shit the fuck up. And you're like, what are you doing, you dumb fucking rabbit? And, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's amazing how many of them are involved and the level of sickness that they are involved in and shit. Fucking forcing you to raise the whole family must be working together to force you to raise their grandchildren and date their fucking family and shit and work for them. And turns out to be there's some sort of alien fucking species. They ain't even your species. Fucking like robots or alien shapeshifters or whatever they're gonna hide behind. Who gives a shit? The answer's all the same how to deal with it. The answer was the same answer as, do I want to be here? No. Fucking, man. That person was another person who was drugged to me by one of the other people in my life. So you see how that whole network just comes back to like 100,000 people organized together to pull off all this fucking rape, hatred, pedophilia bullshit. Fucking each little fucking time you can connect them together, then that connects them to this other person, and then that person's connected to 6 other people, and you can see how they've all worked together to be pedophile, rapist, terrorist, fucking, etc., etc. Every fucking everything there is in existence is what they are. As limited as it is, let me not act like there's a lot of shit that they can do or invent, but there's a hell of a lot of shit going on there, and a hell of a lot of people involved, and that adds up too when you start looking at how they're trying to drop you. You know, John Schaefer's trying to force people into his religious cult, his religious anti-cult, and then working with the religious cult on the other side, who are totally separate people who are both invading the Capitol for the same purpose and the same cult. Fucking that goes back to when I was a kid, when I first got introduced to that brainwashing shit. And they were playing games. For some reason, their games don't fucking work right for them, or they're so shitty at them they can't get them right. I don't think it don't work right for them. Fucking is what it's supposed to look like, right? But it doesn't matter, right? I mean, it's like you're a living being, and they got a factory that just reproduces them and shit. There is no winning against infinity. Infinity Terminator, fucking. How do you defeat that without just collapsing the entire fucking universe? You can't. And then you can't really be sure that other people, but I'm not worried about people in other universes, fucking. Those people can go fuck off because they haven't came here to help me. You see how the whole answer lies in like flooding the fucking place, but flooding the universe, I wouldn't trust that any of these other places are saying. Fucking damn. Hell of a lot of fucking work they can't put in. Obviously, it's not even work. They're what, babies in fucking 40, 80-year-old bodies sometimes. They're just created yesterday. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm seeing here. Alien shapeshifters, my ass. Mentally retarded aliens who fly through space. Could you imagine mentally retarded aliens flying through space? No, that don't make sense, does it? Fucking, you must not know a lot about rocket science if you think mentally retarded aliens is floating through space and shit. Fucking, that don't make no sense there. Fucking vicious motherfuckers no one's ever gotten rid of, and with great huge plans and organized fucking disgustingness on such a large scale. You tell me something else exists in the world, aliens and other shit, and out of all those hundreds of millions of aliens, no one's just like, yeah, well, we got this antimatter gun here, we just point in that direction and it all disappears, and no one's ever done that. I'm sure of it. I'm retarded. So I would think retarded things. I come up with a retarded solution to things. That's why I can't even tie my shoes properly. That's why I don't know how to put a t-shirt on. And I don't know where is my hair and my teeth and my nose and my eyes. Because I think dumb shit like there's fucking mentally retarded space aliens flying about. And none of the other non-mentally retarded space aliens have disposed of them. Fucking, because I'm retarded. Fucking, Why hasn't Bigfoot gotten rid of them yet? Fucking, I mean, they got that robot propaganda. It is real and shit. That seems to be the entire purpose here is listening to them spout that shit off for decades while studying their species. And well, what a waste of time that was. Wow, we figured out that everything it felt and looked like they were doing, they actually were doing. Wow. I'm retarded. No, I'm retarded. Now I am retarded. If you want to be retarded, come to Earth. You'll get retarded. Listen to that beep boop shit. Working on the highway, fucking slaving all day. Fucking. Or else the invisible goat. The people. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you really got to be fried to think that that's not a person doing something to you. There's some invisible entity doing it, and that person just appears to be hitting you in the face or shooting you in the leg. They just appear to do it. It's someone else. Fuck, dude. This is crazy having to put up with this, though. Like, I get the idea that's immersion, though. And there's a hell of a good chance that Hell Place exists eventually. Fucking, whether we create it or they're creating it and they get locked in it. Because technically they are creating it, right? They've got underground places that are going to get hot as fuck once they get locked in them. And the people they're going to take down there to defend them are going to torture them and shit. So, and they'll be locked in there forever. Yeah. That's weird. That's weird. There is literally a physical a parallel to hell. What exists. There's underground bases, cities, and their plan is to run to them. And then when they run to it, everyone knows that the people they're hiring are going to fucking turn the tables on them and take over. And then they're going to end up being fucked. And then those people they're hiring, they're like vicious fucking killers and shit. Like, Blackwater and military and shit. And imagine them turning the table, getting locked in a fucking, because they think they're going to get out, so they're going to go down there. But truth is, we're going to lock them in there. And then we're going to seal them in there permanently. And then fucking, once they see that, the Blackwater and security contractor, military they've hired to protect them are going to be like, yeah, we're not going to be your slaves forever. And then, like that, all of a sudden you got a place that's going to be like 120, 150 degrees and shit, fucking forever. No fresh air. I don't know if they'll live forever. They might have technology to live a long time. Imagine Elon Musk chipping himself and creating a body that lives forever, and then he gets fucking chained to a wall for the rest of his life when he gets locked down there and shit. It's weird that we're like, really actually there, where I've already designed hell for them. They did, they've designed half of it, and I designed the second half. So, but it's not like I had to go far. It's just like they designed the whole fucking thing, and I'm like, well, every time someone designs something, you can just turn it around real fast with one little spin. Fucking, it's a surprise. Yeah, it sounds like I'm really surprising anyone with what the secret's gonna be. Fucking, but I mean, get all those Hollywood stars down there and there with them. Of course, they're down there. Alex Jones got his own underground bunker. He's not gonna feel safe in that if he has to go down there. But I'm not waiting on fucking invisible people to come save me from visible people fucking. And I'm not expecting the large portion of people I've seen involved in it to be able to even run down to those bunkers to get locked down there. And I'm not expecting any of them to accidentally magically die off by the billions. So there's a more manageable number that we can force the ones involved down there. So that's again, Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Voltron and Transformers got some work to do now. Fucking high up in the sky. My mind, fucking fried. Probably not. So, I'm not fucking stupid. I'm not fucking retarded. I can do math. Math says that if about everyone I've ever met who's been in my life is involved in this, then there's zero hope we're gonna get those fuckers down in those bunkers and shit. And their families. Fucking. Unless they get like the Terminator call to their Wi-Fi network, and like good Terminators, they rush to the fucking bunker and shit, and they're like, "This is the only way we're going to live. We're dying of cancer from the radiation or something." Unless we might, it might happen, you know. I don't expect to be dying from cancer if the planet gets nuked, so I'm not gonna be crying about it. Like, oh no, this time I'll actually die. Oh, I'm retarded. I'm retarded. Fucking. But I could see them doing that. One was crying, several of them, many of them, half of them. Maybe that's telling me something, how many of them have been involved in my life that have been dying of fucking cancer and radiation poisoning. Maybe that's part of it, you know, because it's like, why the fuck do I have to deal with this shit? Fucking whining all the time. And then, like I said, it seems to be that they're purposely put there for me to study them and learn about them, not to be my fucking friends and shit. Because they definitely aren't friends, so they're not going to be my friends. So fucking, they bring that beat boop, beat low frequency bullshit around on top of, and there's the whole lifestyle is low frequency fucking. But maybe that happens. It's kind of weird that they're like telling me, "Oh my God, I'm dying of cancer. I'm dying of AIDS," and it's like, huh, that's weird. That stuff's never happened to me. Huh? That's weird. Fucking. Maybe that does happen. Maybe they do nuke each other, and then even the peon robots get that Wi-Fi call, and all the Terminators flock to the fucking underground bunker that they're going to be safe in, and you know they're arrogant, narcissist son of a bitch. So they could hear my words and still think they're fucking immortal and gonna live forever, and they have the answers to everything. So I could fucking tell them that. Fucking their level of arrogance knows no fucking bounds and shit. I'm pretty sure that's the reason I get forced into fucking learning every little word that in definition of arrogance and narcissism is because that's trying to detail their software to me and shit. For some reason, as much as I fucking hate it, someone's getting fucking slapped with a brick for that. Fucking, and if these people, if these Terminators end up going down to that little bunker after they cause some mass problems, fucking, oh, they'll be slapping each other with bricks. They won't be slapping anyone with bricks. But those Blackwater mercs and military people they hire to protect them, guarantee within a week they'll be getting slapped in the face with a brick. Fucking, that'll be the least of their worries is the bricks. The bricks will just be like fucking a little glass of water to drink before the fucking pre-meal begins and shit. They gotta realize I'm not inventing that they're fucking cowards, inventing their fucking bunkers. I'm just telling you, I'm just telling you, it's odd. It's odd as a motherfucker that they build the shit for themselves. And it just happens to be an underground place that's gonna get hot as fuck. And there's gonna be some devils down there. And there's gonna be higher up devils who are way stronger than the lesser devils. And everyone in the world will cheer on those higher up devils to fuck up those lesser devils. You already are. Isn't this everyone's hope that if that happens, that the military people take care of the situation? That's what's going to happen. Everyone knows that and shit. Fucking if we have hope and dope, right? Hope and dope, hope and dope. Lots of shit has happened now, hasn't it? That 2020 rollout was some sort of fucking pre-programmed rollout. I'll tell you that much. Fucking, it's just a matter of getting them to getting that Terminator signal going out, figuring out what that language is that's transmitting to them wirelessly or some other method, hacking that fucking language, getting up to that speed so you can understand that fucking tone that's sending out the signal. So I'm hacking it and being like, hey, yeah, hey, that's a good idea. Go to the bunker now. There's free potato chips, something like that. You know, it could be something as simple as, hey, look at that. All those bombs just irradiated the planet. You gotta run to the bunker now or you're gonna die of cancer. And then they'll all, like, get the Terminator call and, like, walk there, like, we're going to get cancer if we don't go to bunker. We go underground where it's really hot. This could not end up bad at all. I hire professional killers to protect me. They protect me because I'm rich. My family have a lot of money. Let's go. We get saved from cancer. We go with rich killers. We go with poor killers we hire with all of our rich money into underground hot city that could easily be flooded with lava. And you know, technically, here's another kicker there. All it takes is an earthquake, and it'll split cracks in the fucking cities, underground, the underground cities, and then all it takes is magma to start flowing up from the center of the earth. And I think from what I've seen, all those fault lines and all that shit aren't real. So that doesn't mean anything. Like I never get to see a hurricane and shit. But somehow I'm under the impression that you could just have a hurricane in the middle of the fucking desert if need be. Fucking, they do try to tell me differently, but I think it's seen differently. So I'm not fully convinced that you have to have the elements there. But regardless, the lava's all at the bottom. All you got to do is get an earthquake to crack one of those cities fucking open so the lava starts seeping up and shit. And it'll get even hotter than 140 fucking degrees and shit. And they'll learn how to live down there, you know. Depending on how long it is, they'll get used to the 120 degrees pretty fast. And then, you gotta turn the heater on, kick it up, you know, crack it, and let some lava flow up and shit. I imagine it just gets infinitely hotter, you know, all the hot air they fucking breathe, like literally. I imagine it just gets infinitely fucking hotter, locking yourself down in the earth like that. But that's kind of cool, though. Ain't that kind of cool that there's actually, like, we live in a time and a place where these words could become reality. Fucking, um, yeah, there we go. So we just sit around while the Terminators enslave us and force us to raise and care for them. And love Terminators. And, hope and dope. Maybe, The flying reindeer will come down and give them a reason to run to those bases, give out the Terminator call Wi-Fi signal. You know, time to come to the bases. Come base now. Emergency Terminator alert system. Terminator in danger. Come to base now. Come underground city. Nice and comfortable, warm. You can lock yourself in there with killers and be safe. Poor hired killers. They only kill everyone else on the planet for you. They will not kill you or betray you. Report to underground base now. It probably is that simple, right? Getting that Wi-Fi system. I imagine that's why they're so against the technology, is because we can hack their fucking systems and shit and figure out how they're transmitting communications between one another. Just because, just if we're in a fake world, it doesn't mean that the plot line to the fake world isn't Terminators claiming they is real, who are operating on a system inside the system and shit. Fucking, but I imagine that's one reason why they're doing that, suppressing technology and preventing organics from becoming intelligent, is because we can probably start to listen into their communication, and then the plausible deniability about how they're all fucking networking together will fall apart. And they're communicating somehow, right? So, however they're doing that, either there's no hope at all, and which sure doesn't fucking ever have looked like that, or and definitely never felt that way. We're now fucking banking on zero going to fucking infinity. We're not banking on dragons and flying unicorns appearing anytime fucking soon. That obviously someone wants us to do that for nefarious fucking purposes. So right there, you kind of got evidence that you're at a negative 0% chance. Anything like that, anything's going to solve the fucking problem. Not that it matters if it's solved. The problem's already done its damage. There's nothing solving the problem's going to fix. Fucking. There's no way to tell how we've solved the problem if we solve it. Never met a person who was talked about this shit. Never met a being who fucking was close to me who wasn't on the Wi-Fi network and shit. So, I can't even prove that anyone isn't on their Terminator network and shit. I have fucking... The only thing I have is lack of evidence, and that's slowly falling the fuck apart each time I have a new memory resurface and shit. Fucking... And links in the patterns, like trying to prevent me from expanding my life and moving on in life away from the Terminator network to find out it's a Terminator network. So, yeah. Like this, we're sitting here talking, and they're homosexual fucking Terminators. What do homosexuals do? They talk all the time. So, never wanted that to happen in life. They always did. They spent decades trying to force that out of me, and so they could talk to me, so they could manipulate me into doing something for them. Rarely ever was it about anything of value. Fucking for the world or for me, fucking just like this fucking father of the clone father, fucking saying this shit about fucking defaming music that you can't hear the fucking lyrics of. And that's the only defense we got against Terminators, is stopping their fucking frequencies from entering our brains and our lives the best we can. Obviously, the dreams, however they're making that shit happen, that's not cool. Fucking, but what are you gonna do about it? Refuse to sleep at night? They sure worked hard in this neighborhood to shut shit down. Little fucking parasites, a lot of parasites working together here, trying to shut stores down. So I'm fucking up during, so I'm awake, so I'm asleep at night. So their little bitch ass wannabe living being species can fucking play their fucking games at night with me like they do other people. Fucking, what do you do? Fucking, I for one welcome today that they get the Terminator call that they're gonna get cancer from an irradiated planet if they don't run to their bunkers. That's hope and peace for me. Fucking, it'll be a peaceful world with them living underground. There'll be hope if they have to run underground. Fucking, then isn't that weird? They're telling you that the evil enemy, and isn't that what's going on in Texas? Like they have to run underground and take all their Terminator children because the evil enemy has nuked them and shit. Fucking. But yet they are the evil enemies, so they are the opposite of alive, and that is the only definition of evil. For everything is evil under human wish-washy non-definition. The only solid definition is it's the opposite of life, which that's what they are. So again, it's a bunch of homos in a circle jerking each other off. They're trying to get everyone else involved because they're so disgusting they don't even want to talk with and associate with each other. Fucking, they don't want to look at each other. They fucking, yeah, I understand that too. Ew. Ew, fucking horror. I watch horror movies for fun, but I got these fucking memories, man. I got these memories of seeing this trans mob fucking naked one day when I walked in there, and it's like, yeah. And then fucking later in life, the people of the Clone Father, fucking, yeah. Fucking horrors. The shock. The horror. I'd much rather go watch fucking Terrifier gut someone and make a Jesus mural of it and paint the wall with blood and his organs and shit. That doesn't bother me at all. But, oh my god, that other shit. Ugh. Yeah. I'm about to vomit, dude. That's not cool. Yeah, good. The thing, better thoughts. Okay, Terminator call to underground bunker. Better thoughts. Just imagine all the Terminators walking, putting their remotes down and potato chips and walking towards the underground bunkers. Just imagine you're way up in the sky, you're a satellite, and you're watching just like in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, you're watching them all just slowly merge in the underground bunker and go down there. Terminators to bunkers. Terminators to bunkers. Good thoughts, good thoughts. Good thoughts. None of that disgusting shit. Terminators to bunkers. I wonder if we can bait him. We could always take a semi truck full of potato chips to Texas and just hijack one of the news outlets and spread on the news like free potato chips, come down to the bunkers. Wonder if we can speed this up a little bit. Fucking free potato chips in the bunkers. Call to all Terminators, free potato chips, head to bunkers now. Head to bunkers now, Terminators. There we go. Oh no, I know. We just had to think about why we were doing that. And I was like, we were trying to forget that other shit. And what were you trying to forget? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What were you trying to forget? I don't know. Brown now, how cow, blue, up, down, left, right. Fucking BA, select, start, something. Accu battery, 448.55. All right, 11:58 Saturday. Better thoughts. Of the horrors and the shock. Oh, oh, I'm in hell. It's not even funny. Fucking, oh my god. It's not funny. It's not funny. Can you imagine all that shit I've dealt with? And that's the part that's fucking like, yeah. Well, maybe I should. Here we go. We think about vomiting from how sick something is. And then we get blamed that we're inventing we're vomiting. Because something is so sick, we should have been vomiting ever since we fucking seen it. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. 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 Not good. Not good. Okay, yeah, so, yeah. Hope and dope. Don't forget to smoke your crack and read your religious text today to fry your brain. Nazis are good people. I mean, not Nazis are good people. Nazis are bad people. Fucking, but racism is great. Fucking bloodlines are great. It's not racism, it's bloodlineism. Bloodline. I mean, just if you want to imagine how I just was feeling, think of George Orwell. Picture his face. Grab yourself a bucket first so you don't fucking puke. Anyways, hope and dope. Let's get the Terminators to the bunkers. Terminators to the bunkers. Let's get a reason to get them in the fucking bunkers so we can seal their asses off down there and leave them down there and shit. Leave them down there under authority. Protection figures. You know, the people they've been forcing us around, but better. Much more skilled. People actually haven't caused me fucking problems directly. We can get all those Terminators down there in the bunker with them. And they can learn what a real man fucking will do when faced with the threat of their bullshit. Fucking, who is no longer a real organized group of men who fucking can do something because they got their own little fucking gang and shit. And they can stand against a gang of wusses and shit with even a small group of good people could do something about this shit. Fucking, it doesn't take much. It's just it's a lot. You know, there's only 32 bullets in a clip. You're gonna have to take something with 100 fucking bullets per clip. And then how do you even haul a semi truck full of ammo to deal with shit? It's not a matter of incompetence or incapability. It's just a matter of fucking running out of ammo and shit. Fucking. It's not that you couldn't deal with the problem, because the problem is like piss ants. Good example. It's like piss ants pissing. And then that piss just accumulates and shit, and they build their little dirt mound. But ants can fucking attack you. Like fire ants can attack you, and you know, and I guess they can kill you. And I guess there's places where there's so many of them they fucking can carry you off too. And it's kind of what you're dealing with. But you know, you get fucking SS Waffen with a flamethrower down there. They're called fire ants for a reason, because fire's the fucking answer and shit. It already looks like someone had to teach them a lesson before and they're fucking burnt red from. Might have something to do with it there. Might be a little message in history. Most of these things seem like little messages and arrows pointing in directions, including mosquitoes, hyenas, tigers. You got fire ant, you got piss ants like Bill Gates telling you not to eat meat, but then you watch a tiger, the only animal anyone respects, fucking, that's all it eats. And it doesn't give a shit either. That's great, and everyone loves it. And it's cute and cuddly. Everyone's just like, yay, it's a tiger. Stupid elk. Stupid deer. And look at this stupid deer just trying to get a drink of water there, fucking watching the tiger. Like, you watch it and you're like, what the fuck's wrong with that deer? It's about to, it knows it. Does it not know? Like, how does it not remember yesterday? How does it, they just go and pack gangs. That's what gangs fucking do when they're pussies. Fucking, they're like, well, we'll just sacrifice the weakest one to get out of here, to get some water. And hyenas, good example of gangs. Fucking, and mosquitoes. I mean, all this shit is like stuff you can't talk about, but it's like cemented in the architecture of the design, so you can see it happening, like the story of Pinocchio. Fucking, you can't discuss that shit. Those people have killed everyone on the fucking planet who discuss them. The reason why anyone would discuss them is because they killed everyone on the fucking planet. Fucking enslaved them. So you would have to have some sort of storyline there pointing towards it. It looks like that's in animals too. It's designed to show you shit that you're not allowed to talk about. Bill Gates is like, yeah, who would eat meat and stuff? That's evil. Vegans are like, yeah, that's evil. It's like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure someone designed the tiger to fucking eat those animals. So, pretty sure it's just as robot as some other things. Fucking, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't know to eat deers for dinner if you didn't watch a tiger do it first. If there's nothing else on the planet and you're walking around, fucking, I think the mosquitoes are there for the same purpose. They seem to serve no purpose except for harvesting genetic material, which kind of thing, Earth's history is fake, so that don't matter. Um, Although within the story there could be an actually history here, right? But let's just ignore how many people are involved and play along for a second, right? We can't do that. You can't do that because there's no one to trust after you learn your family's fucking working fucking with this network and shit. Fucking, and everyone you ever met probably is a direct agent of it. Fucking, wow, that's crazy. Fucking, well, this is all we get to do here is now we're homosexual because we're coming from the fucking the bar. We're coming from the church who taught us that, and families who taught us fucking, which we have to unlearn. I personally think it's a good attack method, though. If it's used as attack method, it is fucking, it is good. But it's like, can living beings actually reproduce with the Terminators? Obviously, there's a need for them to separate us and shit, fucking, from the living because their little lying hospitals and their fake births would have to be set up in place for Terminators to have babies. Or create fake birth certificates for babies who are born in 20 and 40-year-old bodies. Yeah, I know, I'm real close here. Fucking. They won't shut the fuck up about it my whole life, so I had to see all this shit. Fucking. Anyways, music is shit. Their music is shit. They love it when I tell them that their fucking low class talent was hacks, and then they put out something different. It's like, okay, we're poking the corpse with a fucking stick and it's moving a little bit. Poke the corpse a little fucking more. Maybe we can get some nutrients out of it or something. But we had to put up with the corpse stinking up our fucking house the whole fucking time. So that's, we gotta dispose of the corpse eventually. Can't let that shit go on. It's already permeated the whole fucking house and shit. It's already permeated our fucking minds and existence. So it's too late for that. I mean, all the vagina talk, fucking. Yeah, there's a reason God created bitches. There's a reason God created bitches. So we'll find out what that is eventually. I'm sure of it because you got the 2020 rollout. So as much as things aren't doing anything or going anywhere, you seem to have some rollouts every 10 years. You got the first attack on the Empire and the Empire's history, and then you got them preparing underground bunkers, underground worlds for them to go live in that are going to be hot as fuck. And they're going to get tortured in. Fucking. That's just inevitable if you hire torturers to guard you, that they're not going to like you. Fucking. I mean, could you imagine, like, you get hired by people and they're like, what? You're like, what's the job role? They're like, well, you gotta kill some people and torture them. And you're like, well, I don't really want to, but you're paying good. And then so they train you to be a killer. But you're not really a killer, so you fucking despise people telling you to do it. It's a little simple pattern of progression how these things could possibly be rolling out on this fucking planet here. Very simple fucking pattern here that patterns exist for a fucking reason and shit. Hope and dope, right? We can just sit around and hope one day we die and forget about this place. Fucking. I do that all the time, and then they're like sending me the Wi-Fi signals to fuck with my heart or whatever, and I was like, what, foaming out the mouth the other day? I didn't make that shit. How do you even make foam up? Fucking, that's something I've been asking, like, what's going on in my body? And then the foam came up that one day, and I was like, what? Okay, well, I thought that was a taste of rotting. I was wondering how I got the taste of rotting flesh in my fucking esophagus and shit. Fucking. Oh, now I know the answer to that. But, as you can see, it hasn't been doing anything. So. Hoping dope. That also explains why I felt like something was clogging up my fucking insides and shit. And not allowing my stomach to drain. It's like, yeah. But see, we got that going on. And nothing's happening from it. Fucking. Well, you know what they say, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Slave talk. Slave call talk. Fucking work, stupid fucking jerk. Well, I'm gonna go work on my goals and finding a place to have a life. Fucking long after I've forgotten about this place. Those were my goals. My goals were stopped here on this planet, so there's no need to waste time on that garbage. by these people, like the Clone Father telling me to listen to their shitty fucking half-ass music and lyrics. Like, you literally have to listen. They don't even have ears. That's how they do it. They don't even have fucking ears. They're operating on software, aren't they? Ugh. Fucking disgusting. Yeah, I don't know what's worse, fucking hearing the music or fucking remembering the images. Damn. Fucking crazy shit. Well, working on the future, which doesn't involve Earth. So we're gonna work. We're gonna be a good slave too. It's not that we don't do more work or harder work than anyone. It's just we don't waste time on dumb shit. So we don't waste time at failing either. So performing at failure levels. Fucking that's weird as fuck though. You got them riding your ass about being a slave for them. And it turns out to be probably what they're doing is they're stealing all your shit. Like when they get shot for fucking stealing music from people and shit. So you're working for them even if you think you aren't. Even if you think you've defeated the system and shit. Fucking. Because you don't understand the fucking system. That's why when you turn on the TV, you think you can relate to it. Because it ain't. You're relating to it. It's you. Is it? That's what it is. Fucking. It's because it ain't. It ain't them. They're just the ones getting the money and power from it. Fucking. Yeah. Well, hope and dope, right? I guess there's something to hope for is that the underground bunkers are the hell. And that it's already been built. It just needs to be filled up. What the fuck? That's not gonna change anything in my life. Not gonna change how I fucking feel. Oh. What a waste, though. Well, I'm gonna go listen to some Elvis Presley and hit myself in the head with a hammer or some shit. Maybe he's got some important messages in there or something for me. Fucking low class, no talent, fucking hacks and shit preventing you from fucking advancing. Well, forcing you to listen to fucking trash.